Welcome back to the mid-season review of Capsim. Back from our break, I'm here to meet with Andrews and talk about how he's done over the past couple episodes. So, you've been pretty interesting to watch over the last couple episodes. You started off okay, a little stumbling, and it just seemed to get worse. You're last in ROS, and you haven't made a profit yet. Your stock is $1. You have emergency loan after emergency loan. What do you have to say for yourself?
What can I say? I thought we were going to recover. We had an emergency loan, and the next episode we didn't have one, and I thought we were back on track, but then we had 2 emergency loans back to back.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at what your production manager has to say. Maybe you should have taken some tips from Baldwin. So I'm here today with the production manager from Andrews to see what they think of the company as a whole. What do you think of Andrews?
Well, one minute he's having me hire a bunch of new people. The next round he's having me fire a lot more people. The sales forecast is like a pendulum. He's having me overproduce, and then the next round we're back on track. It's just crazy. And at first in the 3rd round I thought it was back to normal. It was regular, but then we're back to the same thing in round 4.
This definitely sounds like a chaotic place to work and someplace I wouldn't want to be. Well, since you brought up round 3, I think we should talk to Andrews about it because that was definitely an interesting round for that company. So I just finished talking to a production manager from Andrews. When talking with your production manager, she brought up the round 3 and the successes and maybe failures you had in that round. Could you possibly tell me a little bit more about that? How you made the predictions, how you made your choices, what you went wrong, what you did right there?
Well, sure. Well, in round 3 we had much higher sales than we had before, and me and my marketing team worked in order to forecast our sales better, which was good because we had to visit Big Al last round. We really needed to improve our finances. The customers also really enjoyed our product. Our customer survey score was an 18, which was very high, and customers really were liking what we were doing, but on the other hand, we didn't produce as much as we had the capacity to.
Yeah. As he brought up customers, I think it's an important thing that we talk to one of them now. So next, I'll be talking to a customer from Andrews. So how do you feel about Able, Apple, and Argus, Andrews' different products?
Well, Able, I like it. It's a pretty good product for the low-tech market, but I'm not much of a fan of the low-tech segment, so But what were the other 2 products?
Argus and Apple.
I've never really even heard of those, so I'm not sure about those. I mean, maybe I'll like them once they get older, but other than that, I'm not too sure.
It looks like Andrews has a lot to focus on in the future. So now that we've recapped on what Andrews has done in the past episodes, let's see what his predictions, his customer predictions, and his production manager predictions are for the future. Hopefully they can be a little bit better.
I'm always hoping for the best. I believe in my marketing, production, and finance teams, and with the help of Total Quality Initiative Management, I think we'll be able to drive down our material and labor costs that can lead to a bright future.
I'm not too happy with Andrews' products right now. I mean, maybe he can change my mind about the low-tech market, but as of right now, I'm not a fan of it. But I'll keep my eye on it, and maybe as the season goes on, I can look back into his products.
Well, as long as I can get straight answers from Andrews and get this production back on schedule, I think it'll turn out well.
So that's all the time we have for a recap tonight on the Capsim mid-season review with Andrews. It was great talking to you, and I hope for the best for your future.
Thanks.
Next week we'll be talking with Baldwin to talk about all their successes, and hopefully people can learn a lot.